Welcome back at 7:38. 1.2 billion with a B. 1.2 billion usernames and passwords were stolen in a series of internet heists. It affects 420,000 websites. Tech and social media expert Shama Hyder joins us this morning. I mean, with numbers like that, there's a good chance we're all a victim of this.
There's a very good chance that everyone watching right now has had their information compromised at some level.
This was like a huge Russian crime ring that stole all of these names and passwords. The good thing is it looks like they just are selling it to spam, like, so you'll wind up getting some more mailings and stuff like that. But still, it could be serious.
For now. So this Russian syndicate's been around for a while, and you know, authorities have been keeping an eye on them, but they've grown in terms of scope and how brave they get in trying to do what they are. So there's always that danger. I mean, the best thing that consumers can do is make sure that they're using really good passwords, changing their passwords on a regular basis, and you have to watch those financial records because you may not always know that until it's too late. So it really is up to you to make sure that you're keeping an eye on your records.
And here's the deal. Right now, they're not saying what companies are affected by this. So how would I know if my information was stolen?
You really wouldn't. I mean, the list is long of companies, and it's not just small companies. It's also Fortune 500 companies.
Right.
And there could be a lot of damage if they release that type of information preliminarily. But even if you know 1.2 billion, as you said, Lauren, users have been affected, the chances are good that your information's been compromised, and they may have email addresses. So always better to be smart in that way.
So the first step is we should probably all change our passwords.
Okay, so there's an idealistic route and a realistic route. So
yeah.
Ideally, yes, we should all be changing our passwords. There's different sites that help you with that. There's Password Box, LastPass. They keep it from they keep your password from being really simple, so they encrypt that. Anytime you also on a site have the option for double encryption, go ahead and use it. You know, sometimes it seems like a pain where, especially if you log into your bank, it says match that picture.
Oh, the picture where you pick the photo.
Yes, where you pick a picture.
Go ahead and do that.
Absolutely. Go ahead and utilize every opportunity you get that a site offers for safety. But the more realistic is that you're not going to go and change all your passwords because we know people are busy.
It's so hard to remember. Once you have one, you're like, okay, let me just stick with that one for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why these sites are great too, LastPass and so forth, because you don't have to remember it, but keeping an eye on your records and you know, taking precautions as utilizing those double encryption opportunities when they're available to you, those are smart things to do.
Are passwords strong enough though? I mean, I guess you still have to go back and double check everything and then keep changing. How often should you be changing your password?
Every 3 months, which again is ideal.
Right.
Doesn't always happen, which is why sites like this make it so much easier. You know, it's not ideal. Passwords are they're getting outdated, but until we take the next leap to biometrics, where we have better ways to really encrypt and to identify ourselves, we're still stuck with dealing with passwords.
Well, what do you think is going to come of that? What do you think we'll be doing someday? Maybe screening?
Very sci-fi-esque. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I see in some movie or something. So, is there any way to protect, to make sure that your information isn't stolen? I mean, these days, you know, I feel like all of our information's out there. Is there anything that you can really do? You
know, if you're at the end consumer, not really. I mean, you are limited in what you can do. The best thing to do is make sure that the businesses that you're conducting business with online, they've got their act together. And so, the best thing you can do is ask those questions. You know, sometimes we don't think to ask those questions. We say, how is my information protected? And these are just smart questions, but it really will come from sort of businesses, corporations at the government level where they'll need to enact more secure measures.
And put some stuff in place to protect everybody out there. Thank you so much for being here.
Always
appreciate it. You can find a link, by the way, to Shama's website on our website, myfoxdfw.com.